chat. So this is Michael B. I'm trying to document the somewhat unusual nature of the IBM TRIRIGA COMM control, the one that we have to hook Eclipse into. So we know already that we have a limited number of licenses to use that control, because when we've taken the first machine that we've got successfully running Eclipse with that control, it ticks up the COMM license install number. And I'll see if I can show that to you. So back here. So this is my remote desktop, UMN 202.103.367. And I have successfully installed and can run Eclipse from here. And that's okay. I'm going to create a new workspace. Call it workspace new 2023 0821. Okay, so now I've got Eclipse running. This is on a fresh workspace I just created. And I'm going to create a project here. And it's going to be a report project. And call it test remote, test local. And see if I can access a downloaded version of a current report. So I'm going to import in general archive file, and I'll be browsing into test local, or I'll be importing into that. And see if I have a downloaded version of something in here. I do not. How about here? I do not. So maybe this is good. So I'm going to download from UAT the purchase order program, and we'll try to open that up. So going to TRIRIGA on UAT. Log into the single sign-on there. That's myself. And what I'm going to do is go to where the purchase order hangs off of the system. Which is right actually going to do that through Form Builder. So that's where it's hung off the include menu for a report. So right here, I go to requests, requisition. It's not a request, it's a procurement. And then cursor down here, purchase orders. Here we go. So this is how you bring it up in the system. So I'm going to go to purchase order. And go to system. And what I was trying to do is get a skeleton of the objects that are involved. And that probably might be better done by what? Looking at the associations. I'm going to make this a little bigger. So here's the classification. And it's the try status. Organization. So these are all of the objects that come into purchase order. Try common. Cost item. Purchase order line. Try intermediate. Has contact with role. That was the try intermediate. And then cursor down a little bit here. Let's see here. Try log. So this may have had a couple of revisions, this purchase order. Try payment. There we go, try invoice. So it's actually a purchase order object, but it doesn't show you that. Why not? Module. That shows the module, that shows the business object. So we're in payments. Business object is this little square, or excuse me, octagon. Try invoice. So I'm going to go there now to see if I can find that. So I'm going to go back, home, home. And I want to go to tools. And I want to go to form builder. And what I'm looking for is the object where we would be managing a purchase order. I think it's the same as try contract. So let's say it is. But unless you knew that to begin with, it's kind of hard to go guessing. So there's the standard contract in here. Why don't you go to the next page? Open in a new window. So back here, 1 of 18. Try contracts. Try again here. Now, page 1 of 2. Purchase order. There we go. Click on that. And this gives you everything that is on the purchase order screen itself, the underlying item that you browse to off of the purchase order selection screen. And what I'm interested in is here. Okay, it's called admin purchase order. And this is actually where the item is hung, but it should map out to the document management system as well. But when installing a new version of purchase order, this is often where we've done it. And I suppose it's worthwhile to see what happens when you do this. So there's the purchase order. And you can at this point check out, check in. I'm simply going to download without checking out. But to have version control, you would want to check it out. So I'm going to put this after image UAT. And stick it under Z archive. So there we have it. There is the object that I want to load into Eclipse, the project. So now go here. And pull up Eclipse. And shut down this project. So Eclipse, okay. Test local. So now I'm going to do an import. And it's from general archive file. And I'm going to browse to that version of the admin PO I just downloaded. There it is. And import it right there. Finish. And I'll say yes. So there's the admin PO. And I'm going to reset the perspective so that I can see everything. Report design. So this is the fresh perspective. And I want to connect to the the UAT version of TRIRIGA. Go help. Help Windows, preferences. There's the connect string. And this has to change to indicate where we're connecting to. And that was back in the address section here. And I'll actually be going to UAT2. Because that's the instance that's configured for a TRIRIGA login. And this should be remote, if I recall correctly. And then my TRIRIGA ID. And then my TRIRIGA pass. There, I've got it. I just want to copy that. I don't know if I can do that without showing it to you. Oh. Apparently not. Hold on. Oh, that's not right. Or maybe it is. That's my last day at the university. That's what I set it to. That's not it. Cancel out here. How about this one? That looks more reasonable. There we go. So now we're connected. So now, in theory, we can modify, and when we push it back out to the system, we would normally have done a checkout, and then we would be doing a check-in here, and then creating an OMP from the checked-in version. So, and I don't know if I should demonstrate that or just simply talk about it. Right now, I think I'm just going to simply talk about it. So, some things about the layout of the data in a form report, which is what this is. So the main object is there, the purchase order. Everything on the form builder screen under purchase order in theory is available to us here. But then there's other information that is being accessed and presented. Let's see if my time for a break is here. It is. Well, maybe that's enough. So that's how you would download an item and begin working on it in UAT for a form report. And I'll stop this recording there.